Today I have a service call on a rooftop unit with air condition not working. So I have identified my unit I'm asked to look at to be this unit. So I was given 431, but please, before you come, make sure you really ask questions. So there are tons of a lot of HVAC units. So when you get into this situation, please make sure you ask what are the numbers of the units. Some malls are very good. They kind of number them based on the store number. This store has two units. So here's one, and here is the other unit. So this unit is working, and you see it is working. So here it says 431B, but this other unit is not working. It's also Lennox, and it's same as 431. So I'm going to dig into it to see why this system rooftop heating and cooling unit. In here you can see but I seen it 090, so which is like 7 to 7.5 to 8 ton rooftop unit. So I'll keep you posted to keep you going to see what's going on this unit. Okay, so I take off the front panel. These are two compressors. What I see immediately was there is a pump on one of these. It's a little bit windy, so just make sure this. So there's a bunt here on a relay, and kind of like an isolation to it may have been done. So not really sure what's happening. So when you see this, please be very careful. You don't know if there's still power in here or no power, so you're going to have to use your voltmeter and your meters to check and see what's going on. Though it is still on my own position, I'm going to leave it still on the same own position. Keep leaving it that way. I'm going to do some of my volt reading, and I will keep you posted. Okay, so I hook up my ground, so I'm just gonna see my voltage coming in. So these are my lines. Okay, these are the lines coming in here, comes in here. So these are my lines. So measure this. See, I have phase 337. So a phase is coming, and then I'm gonna measure the second one. See, same is coming. So a phase to ground, so I have powers all coming in here, but you can see in here there is a bunt relay. I hope you see it clearly, but you have to be very careful. This is over 600 volts, so I'm not touching any metal. I try to stay away to avoid contact, but right now it's not grounded, so but you don't want anything that can be grounded. So I think this relay here, this is really bad. So when the compressor be coming on with any accessory be burn out, any accessory be broken, I won't be able to tell you right away. So I'm going to have to measure and see if my two compressor is working. I have one fan, one indoor blower, and a couple components that are moving part with voltage. So I'm going to have to check them to see which one is okay. Or the client, the customer wants to know what is wrong with my unit. If I go in there and say, change this relay, and after changing the relay, something else is wrong, then they're not going to be happy. They want to be sure everything is properly relay checked and they have final result what to be done. So I'm going to have to see if my compressor will come on, will be okay, and check my fan if it's going to be coming on, if it's going to be okay. So I'm going to have to follow all this and I will be able to come up with exactly what is wrong and be able to advise my clients correctly. So I will keep you posted. Thank you. Okay, so I notice here that this is my indoor contactor. Okay, so my indoor contactor is energized. So I notice I'm hearing my indoor blower in here is running. Okay, so I want to this is for this contactor number 1. It's a compressor number 1, and this is for compressor number 2. So I just want to make sure if this will energize, but again, be careful. Okay, if you are not licensed, you're not professional to do this, don't do it, please. Okay, get an expert to do it. So I'm just going to energize this. Okay, so I notice my compressor kicking when I push in here. I'm not going to do that for a long. Okay, so I'm going to do the second one. Yeah, I notice this also, the compressor kick in. Okay, so it means my 2 compressor kicking, but at the low on freon, I did not put in my gauge, so I don't know. So now I know my compressors kicking, they could be okay. I did not notice my fan, my condenser fan coming on, so that's not really a big deal for now, but it's something I may have to look at. So for now, I'm beginning to draw a conclusion that that might be bad. This really might be the cause, but other things could be a problem. All right, so again, I'll keep you posted and I will let you know. So now I'm going to turn off the unit. I'm going to really examine it and use my own meter to read a couple things out. Thank you. Okay, so back in. So I'm going to have to change this relay, this condenser fan relay that is burnt out, and we'll see if this condenser fan, which is this one here, if it's going to come on. So far I have manually tried these compressors and they were all okay. So here is my new relay. I went to Lennox distributors to get this relay. It's called K10. Okay, so it's K10 relay. So this is the relay I'm going to have to put in there. But before I start, I'm going to have to turn off my unit here, and I'm going to also use my voltmeter to see if there's any voltage still in the system. Sometimes you don't trust some of these switch when they are really old, so you really want to be safe. 600 volt. So okay, I'm going to walk you through on the wiring diagram. Thank you. Okay, so as you can see, that the relay was really burnt out, and there's some wires is also burnt out. I think some technician came in here already, kind of have isolated some burnt wiring. So right now it's going to be a little bit difficult on finding the proper where the wire should go. So not to worry. When you have this kind of situation, this is my new one that is coming here. Okay, so when you have this situation, please, you're going to refer to the wiring diagram of the unit. Okay, you're going to refer to the wiring. So the wiring diagram for this unit is at the back of the plate that was here. So this is the back. Okay, so in here, so I'm going to say this is my relay. Say relay outdoor fan. Okay, so if I follow this, I'm going to see that this where my relay is. The K10 relay is here. K10 relay. So I'm going to follow this wiring diagram and see how it's coming in, and be able to connect this relay. Okay, so there is something you need to follow. You have to be a good tech to be able to follow this wiring. So My relay is a K10 relay. It's a outdoor fan relay. Is that which initiates the condenser fan motor to come on when there's a call for cooling. So I'm going to connect it and then I will show it to you as it goes. Thank you. Okay, so I have been able to complete my wiring of this relay. Okay, so again, there are numbers on this wiring. Okay, so Lennox kind of help the technician with this. So, but again, you must be also good in wiring to be able to identify all of this. So I'm going to take you back to the wiring board again. Okay, so here is my wiring board. So I took, there are some informations here from K10, and again here's another K10, taking some pressure switch. I think that should be a pressure switch there, high side. And then also here, so it said 9 and 5 and 6, they are all connected to this K10. So in this wiring diagram here, so I've been able to follow it up. So I'm going to hook it up, and again, you must be able to use a nice pin connector, which I have done. Replace some burnt wiring. This one is still a little bit burnt. I'm going to check it out again. So make sure you really insulate and isolate it from not touching any metal. Again, you have to be licensed to be able to do this job. There's a lot of it looks simple here, but a lot of things are involved. Just take a look at the mall here. So if you're not licensed, 5 million liability, okay? And if you're not licensed, and there are tens, hundreds of customers, clients coming to buy something here, and you did not do a good job, again, you are putting the mall in danger, you are putting the people in danger, you are putting your license at stake, you're putting your insurance at stake. So hence it's very good to have some experience, not really some, have a good experience in doing some jobs. If you don't know, please get an expert to really do it. I'm gonna just hook it back in, and then I'm gonna turn it on and see if that comes on. And when that comes on, you know. So again, if you have watched this, if you have watched it so far, please subscribe to HVAC Mechanical Systems for all heating, cooling, and ventilation. That's all we do. So I'm gonna get it going. Okay, so I have hooked up my wire, so I'm gonna just turn it on. We'll take a look. Okay, so I got my condenser fan kicking. Okay, my condenser fan is kicking. Yeah, my rotation is right, so rotation is good. But my compressor has not kicked in, and I think that's fine because it has not energized in here. So once it's energized, it means once the thermostat calls for cooling, it should kick in, or maybe it's on an outdoor kind of an economizer. It's gonna, it will definitely kick in. I think so. So I think this unit should be okay now. And please subscribe to HVAC Mechanical System. Please be safe while doing this job. So over 600 volt, even though the equipment is rated 575 volt. Please subscribe to HVAC Mechanical System so you see much of what we do: heating, cooling, ventilation, refrigeration. Please, thank you.